Leo, how are you? Let's do a reading for your current energy, shall we? As always, please take what works, leave what doesn't. We all know who we are in the story. Now, I sure appreciate each and every one of you. I do. And if you appreciate what I do here, help me out. Hit that like button. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Makes a difference to my channel. All right, let's see what is going on for my Leos. All right, Leo, first card out for you is the Ace of Cups coming in reverse to the Judgment card. You know, listen, when it comes to a relationship that you've really struggled with, because here we have this Five of Cups coming up in the past, I think you know you can't give it another chance, all right? Because here we have the Judgment card sitting on top of that Ace, and it is reversed. Both of them are reversed. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune coming out, you know, also reversed. I think you know you can't go back. All right, this person, maybe they drank a lot. Here's a lot of drinking going on. A lot of blood was spilled. They want to come back. They want to offer you another opportunity. And I think you're like, I don't think it's going to work. And then we have the Nine of Cups coming in upside down. So yeah, I don't think it's going to work. Oh, you have to stand up for yourself. Listen, you've been hurt by this situation, this person. We got the Three of Swords. There is a third element that comes in between you and this person that broke it up. All right. When we have the Five of Cups, you know, this is a very sad place to be because, you know, you're depressed, you're lonely. Maybe this is you that wants to go back with someone else. But I'm just feeling like, you know, why do you want to go back to something that's going to give you more heartbreak? Because this is your final outcome. If you go back to this person, this thing, person, addiction, something that you do that has hurt you, that has screwed things up for you, if you go back to that, I just see that, you know, it's only going to continue to hurt you. This is your final outcome. Three of Swords. So, if this person comes back, listen, or maybe they have already. I mean, we've been in this Mercury retrograde, and a lot of times Mercury retrograde will bring back somebody from your past. I just feel like you just can't keep doing this. I mean, they were a heavy burden. Right? And then we have the Nine of Cups. And I think they were very selfish on a lot of levels. Because when we're, you know, in the thralls of addiction or, you know, there's all these other things that are going on, you know, they're doing their thing to appease them. You know, this is very selfish energy. And I think you carried this weight, you carried this burden, you did this long enough with this person to know that, you know, to get back involved, it's only going to set you back. You know, the hard part is like we're human beings. We have emotions, right? We love each other. We love people. Just because they have this thing about them doesn't mean we don't not like them anymore and we don't not love them. But, you know, you can't be involved in that if it hurts you, right? When we have an Ace of Cups coming in reversed, it is telling me that, you know, you've got to honor yourself and you're not. And if you go back to whatever this situation is that, you know, has left you feeling less than who you are, you know? I mean, when we have the Ace of Cups coming in reverse, we don't love ourselves. Maybe some of you Leos out there, you know, are having a struggle with just really accepting yourself. But I do feel like, you know, you can no longer go back to someone or a situation that continued to hurt you. Because if you do that, you know you're going to get hurt. This is your final outcome. I feel like you're being very tempted, all right? The fact that this is your final outcome and this person shows up and says, well, let's just do it one more time. One more time, right? Well, you know, that one more time could end up, you know, getting you in a lot of trouble or starting something that now you can't finish. You know, you just got to be careful of that energy because I'm really feeling like if you go back, you know, you're taking 3 steps back and you've already taken 4 steps forward. Do you know what I mean? It's just like you've gone so far. You've come so far. Do not let somebody from your past who dragged you down, you know, or whatever the situation is. It doesn't have to be a person, you know. It can be, you know, an addiction. I mean, I'm seeing drinking with this card, you know, and that just kind of represents all kinds of addictions, all right? And you know, if you do that, here's the Wheel of Fortune coming in reversed. You know, if you go back, you will be in trouble. You will not be honoring yourself. You will not be taking care of yourself. This is where you end up, in this place, you know, where now everything is going bad. So, you know, I have this Victory card right next to this Wheel of Fortune. in this lineup. And I just feel as if you can rise above this. She is above all of this. And I feel like you can rise above this situation, this temptation, whatever it is that is trying to get a hold of you. And it's going to take work, all right? Here we have the Knight of Pentacles. So if you are fighting an addiction, you can beat this because, listen, do the work. You know, the Knight of Pentacles, that's the one person that, you know, they're not afraid to get their hands dirty. They're not afraid to go through it because they know that the only way on the other side is to go through it. And I feel like, you know, Leo, you got to go through this. All right, whatever this is, if this is a person that is just not good for you and you keep going back to them and you know that you need to resist, you know, their temptation to bring you back, you know, I feel like you're going to rise above it. And the same when it comes to, you know, an addiction. Whatever it is, you know, you need to know that you have what it takes to rise above it. And you don't want to get hurt again. King of Wands, this is you, Leo, coming out. Get creative, especially when it comes to, you know, the things that you need to work for you. Because also with the Knight of Wands and this Knight of Pentacles, I feel as if, you know, you can get whatever it is that you need accomplished done. Whether this is, you know, you having to dodge this. And I just feel as if, you know, you are willing to do the work. And as long as you are willing to do the work, Leo, that's what will breed success. All right. So, yeah, I mean, whatever this past issue or person or thing is, I think you see now what it's going to take. Because a lot of times I'm feeling like there's a little bit of distance, right? A lot of times that space, that distance, just that little bit of time gives you a little bit of clarity. You know, and you got to get past that missing part, you know, because like when we first put something down or we first break up with someone, you know, we're left with an emptiness of not knowing, well, what replaces that? When you get just a little bit past there, that's when you start to gain clarity so that if they do come back, you're like, well, wait a minute, my life started to get really good, you know, and you know, I didn't have the drama. I didn't have the anxiety. I wasn't hiding. I wasn't, you know, going behind people's backs. So I feel like this reading truly is around you, you know, making good choices. All right, here with Seven of Cups is the bottom of the deck. Okay, so let's look at the bottom of the deck. We have the Seven of Cups. We have the Eight of Cups. There you are. Do we give it one more chance or not? Eight of Wands says, I don't think you should. I think you should stop all action when it comes to this, all right? And not give them this next chance, not give this next chance. You know, remember, I'm reading for a collective, so I'm trying to, you know, just encompass the core of the issue here. Make good choices, all right? When we have the Seven of Cups, you know, there's a lot in front of us. We can get a little overwhelmed. But here, you know, it's time. All right, if you are going to go back to something that has hurt you, all right, if something that has hurt you, you know it's not going to work. You can do it one more time. You know that, right? We all know that. Or we make good choices. So I feel like, Leo, this week, you really need to make good choices for yourself, all right? You don't want to get hurt. You don't want to put yourself in a position of getting hurt. You want to be really healthy. And I'm going to give you one last advice here, because here we do have the Hermit coming in reversed. Do not be afraid to be alone. All right? When we have the Hermit and it comes in reverse, it's saying you're avoiding this because you don't want to be alone. You don't want that emptiness. But Death card says, let's put it down. Let's end this once and for all. All right, Leo, sending you a lot of strength, a lot of courage, you know, a lot of, let's see, what else? A lot of love, you know, all those things that you need to face this, you know, head on and make good choices. All right, so that's what I've got for you, Leo. Please take what works, leave what doesn't. We all know who we are in the story. Sure appreciate you all. I'll see you all at another reading. Until then, be happy, be healthy, be kind.